Okay. I have never tried playing in this position. I pulled out a drawer and I put a book on top of it, and now I have the mouse there. 12-year-old boy confirmed. Oh my god. Yep. It was confirmed today. Where were you when... Are you guys ready for the finale? As soon as we approach the galaxy map, we're gonna be taken to the Citadel, and the lockdown thing is gonna happen. So that is what's gonna be happening now. And then Ilos is gonna be available to us. Oh my. I'm also playing on the tiny monitor. This is looking so small to me. I'm back to playing at 720p. I'm playing on my old boxy little monitor. Yes, you made it, Ice. Nice to see you. Nice to see you all. You are most welcome. Let's see how this goes. The game window looks super tiny to me in comparison.
Commander, I know it couldn't have been easy for you down there. Making the call between Alenko and Williams must have been... I'm sorry, sir. I don't know if I could have done it.
Sometimes making the tough choice is the only way a mission can succeed.
No, I'm not blaming you, Commander. I'm just... I mean, it's hard, you know?
Saren's still out there, Joker. Hold it together.
I'm trying to
We need you.
get a feel for
Don't
how
worry,
this is
I
gonna
won't let you down. I want to be there when you make that son of a
be
bitch
like.
pay.
You missed most of the playthrough. I haven't rearranged my room, but I have changed the placement of the face cam. It's not in the same place, so the angle is different. And I'm sitting by my desk in a different way. This is very experimental. Hello, nice Estonian. How are you? And yeah, guys, in case you didn't know, yesterday we did Vermeer and Ashley was sacrificed. Caden lingers. And Rex was killed. So we only have... Hold on now. 3 squad mates left. Caden, Liara, and Tali. Which is the absolute minimum you can have. If you don't recruit Garrus, kill Rex. Yeah. Really, Val? Well, I'm glad I was able to surprise you.
Anything you need, Commander?
I wanted to see how you're dealing with Ash's death.
Dealing, sir. Sorry for anything I said back there. Adrenaline.
How's the volume for you guys? Can you hear everything alright?
Every one of us is expendable if it accomplishes the mission. Ash, you, even me.
I understand. It's just... If you don't mind my asking, how did you deal with the losses on Torfin?
And hey, Dragon Bitsy. Welcome back.
We accept death when we put on the uniform, Lieutenant. If you can't deal with that, retire.
I'm in for the duration, Commander. No worries about that.
What is a below? The game?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Input? Hell, I don't know. We're fighting giant machines from outside the galaxy. Should I be afraid of them? Or in awe of them? Anything so old, so intelligent.
Yes, Caden kind of is whispering. I've tried to make the dialogue volume higher than anything else, but it's still relatively silent always.
We don't need to appreciate their culture, Alenko. We need to blow them up. Period.
A national treasure.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. After action debriefs, what we found out about Sovereign.
The paperwork will keep. Something on your mind?
I'm just looking for an ear. The debriefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is. Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
It's up to the Alliance to take its proper place. Even if we have to kick its ass to convince it to kick
Hey,
theirs.
Jones.
We're out here trying to save everyone. We can worry about who's king after the dust settles.
You sound like you want the aliens dictating to us.
I don't think many of them even want to. A lot of people don't understand that. I mean, it's only been 26 years since first contact. That's not a lot of time to understand them. It was Vernus who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us. Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
I honestly think Caden has some great dialogue. I think he provides some really nice insight into the galactic stage, especially for someone who is new to this universe. I think his dialogue is absolutely golden when you don't know that much about the Council, about the Citadel, about the alien races yet.
I'm glad to hear the bastard got what he deserved.
He didn't deserve... He hurt a girl, broke her arm. She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed, you know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do, just something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting how they should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that's when the knife came up. A military-issue talon, right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17, that's something.
And he provides a really sort of real perspective on biotics as well, and biotic training, which I thought was really fascinating. When I started playing, I was very interested in biotics. I still am.
Like I said, he deserved it.
It killed him, Shepard.
Hey, Sean.
Snapped his neck.
Backup systems engaged.
They probably could have saved
Nick
him if
Host.
they got him to an
Thank
infirmary
you.
quick enough. But they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bot training was shut down. Kinetics folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Turian. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
I don't know. You don't seem angry about the Council strong-arming the Alliance.
Commander, I thought real hard about how to use my talents. When I swore the oath to defend the Alliance, it wasn't on a whim. If it comes down to it, I am a soldier. I have to believe that my superiors can tell our enemies from people who disagree with us. If the Alliance is missing its chance, it's because of men like Udina, not the rest of the galaxy holding us back. Of course, your opinion is the one that matters, Commander.
I guess compared to some of the more, how should I say, feisty, or, I don't know, lively characters, Caden is might appear a little squeamish? I don't know. Because he's not that extreme. He kind of just seems thoughtful and eloquent and stuff, which I guess many people aren't gonna find impressive compared to other characters like Rex or Morden. You saw a Finnish film. Meek. Yeah. I guess people could see him as meek. Yeah, that's a better word compared to some other more colorful figures. And yeah, Val, we just hit him in the head and he went down, and then we just shot him with a few shots, and that was it. That was the end of a great battle master.
As long as you remember that, we'll do fine, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir. I should return to my duties now. Commander?
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Yes, Commander?
I
Oops.
should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
So Nick, how did it go? How far'd you get? A man without memory. Is that Nick? Is that mies vailla muistia? I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it. I think.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
I just want to talk.
Of course. I've been thinking about Saren. I actually feel a little sorry for him now.
Poor Liara. Axtar has been terrible to her.
He's no innocent victim. He was a ruthless bastard long before he fell under Sovereign's control.
I know his reputation, but he was a Spectre. I think he honestly believed everything he did was for the greater good. I wonder how he first fell into Sovereign's trap. Did he think he could somehow stop the Reapers from returning? Or was he simply driven by a lust for power and glory?
There's nothing noble about Saren or what he did. He got exactly what he deserved.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I should not waste sympathy on Saren, not when there are so many others who have suffered because of him. Let's not spend every free minute talking about Saren. It is bad enough we are chasing him across the galaxy.
I'll pull up the game volume just a little bit for you guys. Hopefully that's better.
I like talking with you, Liara, no matter what the subject.
Then let us talk about you. Are you okay?
It looks like we put past difficulties behind us.
Don't worry about me.
You do not have to put on a brave face for me, Commander.
I like
This
talking to
crew
you,
relies
you
on
know,
you for leadership.
when I'm not
It can be a heavy
shouting at
burden.
you angrily.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Of course, Commander. Please, forget I even brought it up. Let's talk about something else.
Poor girl.
I should go.
See ya, Blitz. Alright, now I remember. You taught me that greeting. Yeah, I was... Mies vailla muistia. Mies vailla menneisyyttä. Both of those sound kind of familiar. Maybe it's mies vailla menneisyyttä. Yeah, Ice, that was totally out of character. You wouldn't believe how much shouting there was at Liara yesterday. So much shouting. Okay, we'll be going to the Citadel now. We will have
I
to
forwarded the
make
mission
some
update to the
purchases.
Citadel, Commander. We got confirmation on those reinforcements. Ambassador Udina wants us to report back to the Citadel. The Council's massing a joint species fleet to deal with Saren and his geth.
Alright. Okay. Yeah, that sounds more familiar, actually.
Took them long enough. Back to the Citadel, Joker. I want the Normandy at the head of that fleet.
Yes, sir.
Good job, Shepard. Thanks to you, the Council's finally taking real action against Saren.
The Ambassador is correct. If Saren is foolish enough to attack the Citadel, as you believe, we will be ready for him.
Patrols are stationed at every mass relay linking Citadel space to the Terminus systems.
You think a blockade's going to stop him? He's on Ilos looking for the conduit right now. What are you doing about that?
Ilos is only accessible through the Mu relay, deep inside the Terminus systems, Commander. If we send a fleet in there, the only possible outcome is full-scale war.
Now is the time for discretion, Commander. Saren's greatest weapon was secrecy. Exposed, he is no longer a threat. This is over.
If Saren finds the conduit, we're all screwed. We have to go to Ilos.
Ambassador Udina, I get the sense Commander Shepard isn't willing to let this go.
There are serious political implications here, Shepard. Humanity's made great gains thanks to you, but now you're becoming more trouble than you're worth.
You bastard! You're selling us out!
It's just politics, Commander. You've done your job, now let me do mine. We've locked out all the Normandy's primary systems until further notice you're grounded.
Nobody stabs me in the back, Udina. Nobody.
I think it's time for you and your team to leave,
That
Commander.
sounds much
This
more
no longer
threatening when
concerns
FemShep
you.
says that.
The Council can handle this, with my help, of course.
I think FemShep often has some more kind of like silent menace to her threats than Male Shep, at least in Mass Effect 1.
Commander, I've got a message from Captain Anderson.
I can't say anything about Mass Effect 2 or 3 yet.
Are you spying on me, Joker?
No, sir. Just knew you were on the ship and figured I'd pass the message on. The captain said to meet him at Flux, that club down in the wards.
Our small squad has been halved.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Let's remove the helmets while we're on the Citadel. I always try to remove Tali's helmet just to see if you could do it.
After years of poor economic performance, ExoGeni has announced that its research colony on Pharos is finally returning a profit.
Nice.
New discoveries and a dedicated colonization effort have finally paid off for ExoGeni. ExoGeni stock rose sharply with the announcement, with investors pleased at this surprising news.
Sit back and relax. Indeed. I really love this whole endgame with Ilos and the Conduit, the battle on the Citadel. It's great stuff. And I mentioned this a few times last stream, but it really feels to me like, oh, the captions. Damn it. Thanks for pointing that out. That should be better. Late for coffee? There is no such thing as too late for coffee. Not that way, actually. Right, yeah. I mentioned it a couple of times last stream, but it always seems to me like the end game is all of a sudden just at your doorstep. It feels like the beginning is kind of slow, and you feel like, oh, I have so much left to do, and all of a sudden you find yourself on Vermeer, and it's like, oh, the next, available mission is Ilos. What the hell happened?
Hello, Commander.
Well, yeah. Take yesterday, for instance. It's already 7 p.m. here, but Nick and I went to sleep at 5 a.m.
Show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Won't be able to do that tonight because I gotta get up for a class tomorrow. Okay, let's see how this compares. Oh, we will need this. We should get the best possible assault rifle we can have. We can get the level 10 one because we're not gonna be level 50 before Ilos, I think. I think we're only something like level 45 right now. So, I'm just gonna purchase this. I think my armor is fine. Maybe feel like purchasing this as well. The shotgun might come in handy. Also gonna get the grenade and gel upgrades. No heavy armor for sale. That's cool. So we need to inform Nasana that we took care of her sister, for instance. Some of these assignments we're not gonna end up doing, like Geth activities and these investigation missions. Biotic commune. I don't know if we should do that either. Oh, looks like I forgot to do this. Well, that's too bad. We could start by going to... markets. Conrad should be here. Yep.
Commander, I've been waiting for you to get back. I've got an idea, and I wanted to run it by you.
Why the hell would I care about this, Conrad? I've been nice, but you're wasting my time.
So that's how it is? The rest of us should just let you reap the fame and glory? Well, you're not the only one who can stand up for humanity. I'll show you.
I forgot to update it. Oh no. I forgot to update it for yesterday too. And I forgot to update decisions. What else is new? Damn it, I'll have to take care of that on my first break. Hey Vartanian, welcome back. Ice, don't do it. Don't do it.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supply. Oh, you will be pleased, I think.
Light armor Turian. Why would I need that? The armor I have is pretty decent, it seems. I'm gonna purchase the licenses just because I can. I know, Ice. It's okay. It's my fault. Let me think of... I could go to Flux. It's nearby after all.
This isn't a proof of purchase. It's a bank statement.
I think Mass Effect 1 is the only game in which Garrus has random NPC lines. I think. You know, as another Turian. I think he's unique in the other games. I'm doing good. Had a pretty slow Sunday so far. Done a bit of schoolwork and been changing my streaming setup. Wait, what? Oh, this is the Shells cutscene. English voice acting and German subtitles. Yes, Blitz. Wait. Oh, wait, that might not be possible. I think Mass Effect 3 is the only game in which, the voiceover and subtitles can be in different languages. I think you have to install the game. Yeah. Unfortunately for Mass Effect 1 and 2, I think the language you choose to install it in is the one that's going to determine both the voiceover and subtitle language.
Soldier, I've got a major situation, and I need help from somebody with humanity's interests at heart.
It's Commander, actually. What do you want?
Of course, right to business. That's why humanity has the best damn fleet in the galaxy. My name is Elias Keeler. I'm an alliance negotiator. We've got a big session coming up with the Solarians. You wouldn't believe what's riding on this. I'm fighting for humanity on this one, just like you are.
I don't remember seeing you hip-deep in Geth back on Eden Prime.
I'm not on the front lines, but I'm making sure our jobs don't get outsourced to the aliens. I need every edge I can get. Specifically, I need a certain mental stimulant. It's legal, but restricted. I've purchased the monthly limit, and I need more from the medbay.
What is this stimulant exactly?
Oh, I don't know the medical terms, but it increases mental capacity, short-term recall, that sort of thing. It helps me stay focused, and it keeps me sharp. Nothing gets by me when I'm on it.
If you know the monthly limits, why did you go over them?
The negotiations were supposed to be last week, but the Solarians stalled it, probably deliberately. If I don't get the stimulant, I'll be a wreck. My assistant will take over, and that would be a disaster.
Is your assistant incompetent, or just inexperienced?
Worse. He's an alien sympathizer. My assistant wants to bend over backwards for the Citadel races. He wants to show them we're reasonable. No race will respect us until we show them who's in charge. That's what it took with the Turians. Yeah, forget my assistant.
Why is this deal so important?
The Solarians want to set up long-term trade agreements. There are billions of credits at stake. If I don't get the drug, my assistant will take over and mess up the whole deal. It would be a disaster.
Is your assistant...
No race will respect
Getting
us.
you your drug fix isn't high on my list of priorities, Keeler.
What century are you living in? Do you think those Solarians hesitate before amping themselves up? If you won't help me keep humanity strong, I'll find somebody else who will.
Why can't we help him? Hey, Trooper. Trooper shirt. Method. Yeah.
If you've gotten your temper back under control, I could still use help.
Keeler, you've got a problem. You need to get treatment.
It might look that way from the outside, but this is just a one-time slip-up. All the top negotiators are on stimulants close to the legal limit. It's the way the game is played.
Alright, now we can do it.
I'll get back to you.
Negotiator's request. Go to the med clinic in the upper wards and purchase the drug. See, I've never done this before. Let's do it. I've always just ignored him or told him to quit. Hey Ninja and Moose. Nice to see you all. Hope the Sunday is going well. Also, we've never talked to Dr. Michelle before. We haven't even been in here because we ignored Garrus. Who is still waiting for us at CSEC? We could still pick Garrus up. Just like Rex keeps hanging out at Cora's Den, Garrus remains available.
Hello there, Commander. I'm Dr. Claude Michel. Is there something I can do for you?
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
So can we find the drug here? Depressant. Eximo is a non-addictive narcotic used to treat stress in humans. It is often prescribed to executives and government officials who tend to overwork. Ah! So could we give him this too? Videlicet is a complex synthetic chemical that improves short-term memory and mental focus in humans. This is the mental stimulant that Elias Keeler asked you for. Can we get them both? Let's see what happens. $100 credits. Yeah, pretty expensive stuff. You saw Star Wars? Yeah, I think it was entertaining, and I think it was pretty well done as a standalone movie. Like, simply how it was written, and yeah.
Excuse me, you're the Spectre, right?
Commander Shepard, it is an honor to speak with you.
Cram, Your Honor. What's this riot about?
I'm Charles Saraceno of the Terra Firma Party. With Armistice Day coming soon, we're making our voices heard by the alien appeasers on the Presidium. Can I count on your support in the next election?
I don't know Terra Firma's platform. What do you stand for?
Our core value is that Earth must stand firm against alien influences. Politically, culturally, and in the worst case, militarily.
It's a good theory, but these people are making it sound like a racial issue.
I can't deny that some of our supporters have extreme views, but our platform is also supported by economists, sociologists, and medical professionals.
So all you Ashley haters, keep in mind that she opposes the Terra Firma Party as well. Doesn't Tim support Saraceno? I can't recall who it was. It's possible.
I don't think it's extreme to stand up for our inalienable human rights. No pun intended.
Of course, Commander.
You're marking the end of the First Contact War with a protest?
As we have every year for the last 26 years. The war taught humanity a lesson that some would forget. If we don't stand up for ourselves, no one else will.
Every day I stand up for humanity. Often in the face of bullets. What have you done lately? You really think speeches help?
We all serve in our own way, Commander. I'm not a soldier, but I can tell the public why they should support your efforts.
So you can say I support our troops and get into office because of our sacrifices, huh?
I assure you, I'm only interested in the betterment of humanity, the same as you, Commander.
It's interesting how all of a sudden, Shepard can be like, hey, I don't see you, you know, putting your ass on the line out there. You're useless. Yeah, Darkstar, I was just saying that I think in Mass Effect 1, FemShep often has a more, you know, toned down, a more subtle menace to her threats or whenever she's unhappy, you know?
What are you running for?
I'm seeking one of the 5 spacer seats in Parliament. They have certain Baroque conditions for a citizen to be able to vote for them. You have to spend more than 6 months a year in space, but you can't have stayed in any one settled system for more than a month. You do spend most of your time in space, Commander.
Right, so Saraceno was the one who would replace him. Okay. It's dark here, and if something was to come down from the sky, I think it would be rain. It's kind of warm at the moment.
I'm a patriot, Mr. Saraceno. You've got my vote.
It is gratifying to hear that. We can't allow anything like Shanxi to happen again. Since I have your vote, could I convince you to issue a public statement of support for my candidacy? The support of the first human Spectre would be invaluable.
The occupation of Shanxi couldn't happen again. We weren't even sure there were aliens to garrison against back then.
It's still a powerful symbol, Commander. Shanxi is the only human territory ever occupied by an alien species.
Hello, Hope. Welcome back.
We need more politicians with the courage to stand up for human rights.
Cringe.
Excellent. I'll have my people contact you. Don't worry. We'll take care of everything. Thank you for your time, Commander. Remember Terra Firma on Election Day, because Terra Firma remembers you.
Even with my most renegade Sheps, I've never supported him. This sounds pretty bad.
Throw the appeasers out!
We bleed red!
Freedom isn't free!
Stoked for Andromeda. You'll have to wait a bit longer though. It's just Shep. Yeah. Also, I forgot to update the decisions and progress commands. Now, let's see what happens. I wonder if we can choose to give him either
If you've
of those.
gotten your temper back under control, I could still use help.
Shall we troll him? No, let's do this. Let's give him the stimulant.
Here's the drug you asked for.
Perfect. The Solarians will never see me coming. Here, this is for your trouble. Thanks for your help. I won't trouble you again.
His actions suggest he's kind of pro-human at this point.
Yeah, what is it?
Seems the owner didn't like the way you played their games.
Doran didn't have a clue what I was doing. He assumed I was cheating.
You were cheating, though, weren't you?
I was just tipping the scales in my favor, only as an experiment.
It still sounds like cheating to me.
To you, maybe. But this device is merely intended to simulate situations and record results. Recording losses is easy, of course. Nobody notices those.
Why do you need to record these outcomes?
Ah, now you're getting to the heart of it. I've spent the last 5 years developing a system that can accurately predict wins and losses on the Quasar. I just need a few more recorded wins and I can complete the algorithms.
I suppose that's possible, Moose.
Can you do that? Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal to use my system, but I won't use it. I'll sell it to others. I just need a few more wins recorded.
I'll help you out.
Huh. I suppose I could let you try it. Here you go. When you've recorded enough wins, it'll let you know. Of course, if you get caught with the device, well, you saw what happened to me. Well, off you go. That data won't collect itself.
Let's troll Shells a little bit.
And what did you hear exactly?
The credit payout still isn't great, so we'll just take it straight to Doran here.
Welcome to Flux. Name's Doran. What can I do for you?
I've got something you might be interested in.
Let me see that. You got that from Shells, didn't you? I saw him using it earlier. Tossed him out on his ass for it, too. Thanks for bringing this to me.
I think that tool should be worth something to you.
I suppose it is. Take a few tries of Quasar. On the house.
I should be going.
Enjoy your time here at Flux.
Got some XP too. That's nice. I think if you get busted for cheating with the device, you don't get any XP, but I could be wrong. Well, it very much depends. I mean, in this universe, aliens are very much like humans. Some of them barely feel alien at all because the species are so similar. Their psychology.
Hey, Jenna came back looking for work. Thanks for getting her out of Cora's den.
I was glad to help out.
Yeah, everyone seems real happy to have her back.
And yet, you seem less than pleased.
I'm glad she's out of the den. I'd just forgotten what it was like to have her around. I haven't had a decent tip since she got back.
It's kind of explained in universe why that is the case. Why the aliens that have developed in isolation from each other on different planets, in different areas of the galaxy, there is a sort of in-universe explanation for why they turn out relatively similar to each other.
I'm glad you came, Shepard.
Just something about the conditions for life to develop being very specific. It's gonna yield similar life forms wherever life is possible. So that's the reason they end up being not very different from each other. Because the window is so small and the conditions are so specific.
You had to know what was going to happen. Why didn't you warn me?
I tried. The ambassador wouldn't let me get a message through before you docked. I know you're pissed off right now, but you can't give up. They all think this is over, but we both know it's not. You have to go to Ilos. You have to stop Saren from using the conduit.
There's only one ship that can get me into the Terminus systems undetected, and she's grounded.
Citadel controls locked out all the Normandy's systems, but if we override the ambassador's orders, we can get them to bring the Normandy back online. You can be in the Terminus systems before anyone even knows you're gone.
What's the plan?
I can unlock the Normandy from one of the consoles in the Citadel Control Center. You'll have a few minutes before anyone realizes what happened.
That's a restricted area, patrolled by armed guards. How are you going to get in?
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're in the Normandy when the systems come back online.
Javik. Wait, what did he say? He said... War is our sculptor, and we are prisoners to its design. Isn't that what he said? They all speak English. No, Woodcroft, there's an explanation for that. There's a codex entry about real-time translation. So we can't really know which of the NPCs or which of the characters we run into speak English and which speak their own language, and it comes through us. It comes to us through the translator, so we can understand them anyway. It doesn't have to be in the Omnitool Moose. You can have implants, or you can have it in a piece of jewelry or something you carry on your body. It doesn't have to be the Omnitool.
There's got to be a better way.
Ambassador Udina issued the lockdown order. If I can hack into the computer in his office, maybe I can override it.
He's not gonna let you waltz into his office and use his computer.
Hopefully he won't be there. If he is, I'll just have to think of something.
Udina won't let this slide, Captain. You'll be charged with treason, a capital offense.
We don't have a lot of options. I break into the ambassador's computer, or I take my chances with the patrols in Citadel Control.
Yeah, Garrus was never recruited. And Rex got killed on Vermeer, yeah.
If you're lucky, the patrols won't catch you.
I'll be careful. You ready to get the hell off this station, Commander?
I still have some things to take care of.
Come see me when you're ready to do this. I'll be right here waiting for you.
Bring down the sky. I think Bring Down the Sky is included in any PC version. Yeah. And I think Moose was asking Woodcroft. More content with Shepard's mother. But unless Shepard is a spacer, there are no parents. And this Shepard is not a spacer. He's Earthborn. And there is no record of his parents.
So, did you record 5 wins with the device yet?
Actually, I gave your device to Doran.
But that was years of work. What am I gonna do now?
Get a job.
You're no help at all. This is absolutely the worst day of my life.
Caden, get a job. Oh, okay, but I think it's included in the Origin version? But it should be free, right? Yeah. Okay, so maybe the digital download includes the DLC? Because I don't think I had to download it separately. Okay. Now we go to... wait for it. The embassies. Hello, Refrain. Strong eyebrows? Yeah, that's how I like my Shepard. Oh, wait. I don't know what that means. I can sort of understand the letters. Bože moi. I don't know how to say that, and I certainly don't know what it means. I know that means privyet. But, refrain. Please try to keep it to, English, even if I'm eager to learn Russian. Oh, is that hi, man? Is it mujik or mujik? I'm guessing the emphasis on the first syllable.
Commander Shepard, I am Nasana Dantius. I'm glad you're here. I must talk to you about my sister Dahlia. She's been kidnapped by slavers.
I killed Dahlia myself, and I know she was blackmailing you.
And I was all set to try to manipulate you into hunting her down for me. But I guess that won't be necessary now, will it?
You wanted your sister dead?
If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
I'm a Spectre, not some merc for hire. I can find credits anywhere.
True, but I'm the only one who can authorize you to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
Alright. I think we've taken care of everything now. We managed to chase Conrad off. Turning in a ton of side quests. Actually, no, Matthew, I won't be doing many of the remaining assignments. I'm pretty much gonna go straight to Ilos.
Allow me to be your guide.
I doubt I'd be able to reach level 50 anyway. I think I'm high level enough.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina.
Oh wait,
and
no.
I don't need a guide.
Our records indicate
Not
that
Avina.
I apologize if you found my service
I thought she was a
unsatisfactory.
rapid transit terminal.
Please submit any complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
Well, I only told him to piss off just now, so I don't think he's had time to do that yet. CSEC. We are done with the Citadel. We are pretty much gonna set a course for Ilos. I don't know, maybe I should do like 1 assignment or 2. And there's poor Garrus. He would still come with us if we asked him.
Porter Kalisa Al-Jilani recently attempted to land an interview with Commander Shepard, the first human Spectre. Commander Shepard answered difficult questions, demonstrating that under that military uniform is a keen diplomatic mind. We'll have exclusive footage later today.
Well, yeah, he gets himself killed somehow. I'm gonna speed this up a little. Udina is a party member. Yeah, except there's a couple of problems with that. Like the fact that he doesn't have... What? What's this? I've never seen this mechanic before.
Sorry, Commander. The Normandy's locked down. Ambassador Udina gave the order.
Sorry, Commander. The Normandy's locked down.
Oh!
Ambassador Udina gave the order.
I forgot to go back to Anderson. I never came here before. I didn't realize the mechanic is... A mechanic appears there and tells you can't board. I need a renegade interrupt to knock the mechanic
Biotics
over.
are rare among Quarians. I don't believe I've seen anyone except the Asari with your strength, Lieutenant.
I've always held back a little when I used my powers on living targets. Fear of hurting someone, I guess. But after what I saw on Eden Prime, I'm not holding back anymore. Not against a Geth, not against anyone.
Biotics are rare among Quarians. I think when it came up before, I said I wasn't sure if Quarians even have biotics. If they can have biotic abilities. Now we know they can. It's just rare. Hello, fan lover. How's it going? Okay, back to Flux.
Still can't believe that could happen out in the open like that.
Alright, now.
You ready to get the hell off this station, Commander?
Let's do it.
I'll take care of the lockdown. You get down to the Normandy and
Apollo.
tell Joker to stand by.
Now we can go. Poor Anderson. I sent him to the control tower. Anderson's gonna have a bit of a bad time. It is safer to let him choose, or to send him after Udina. I'm good. Had a fairly slow Sunday. But it's cool. I've been looking forward to finishing this game, simply because I think the whole finale, the end game, is
Terra
so
Firma Party
impressive.
candidate Charles Saraceno confirms that the first human Spectre endorsed his candidacy.
Oh boy. Yeah, unlocking the achievements can be kind of slow work. Well, I guess I'm officially supporting Terra Firma now. Mechanic is gone. We can board.
Stand by, shore party.
Sir, this is a restricted area. Sir, you can't...
Anderson is so badass. It's gonna cost him though.
Freeze!
He
Back
didn't
away
even
from the
bother with
console.
some body armor.
Hands up! Now!
Get us out of here, Joker. Now!
Anderson born in London? No way. Alright guys, it's done. I think we should do one of these assignments. Maybe Major Kyle. Honking at we haven't acquired the morality specific assignment. Wait, I forgot the system. Sentry, hawking at a... Armstrong Nebula? No, that's not happening this playthrough. Just saying.
Message coming in, Commander. Big surprise, the Alliance needs you again.
Shepard, this is...
Hey, now it's happening, I think.
We've got a mission for you. Major Kyle, your commanding officer Torfin, has set up a small compound in a Hawking-Etta cluster. He's attracted a number of biotic followers. He's become an outspoken critic of the Alliance, and we believe he's mentally unstable. This could be trouble, Shepard.
Moose, you don't get an extra assignment based on your site profile. That's for the origin. But in some assignments, you're gonna have extra dialogue. So when you're ruthless, I think... Which one's that again? I know the ones for Soul Survivor. That's the part with tombs. And for the war hero, it's when you meet the Turian who's about to when they found a bomb or something. No, a probe? I can't recall. What was the ruthless one again? Hey, Simmer. Hi. Yes, Axtar is ruthless. Axtar. No! I added this word yesterday. It's this one where you have extra dialogue. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. I was mostly referring to how you acquire the mission.
What kind of proof do you have that the Major is dangerous?
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. They've disappeared. We believe Kyle and his followers killed them. That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
You said his followers were biotics?
Yes.
Right.
Major Kyle never showed any biotic tendencies himself, though.
I wasn't paying attention.
He's just latched onto a group
Thanks,
he
Ice.
identifies with. Many biotics feel marginalized or ostracized by society. Kyle probably sees them as victims who need his protection, and they see him as someone who will fight for them. Unfortunately, he's convinced them that the Alliance is somehow responsible for all their problems. We can't let him go on like this.
What were those Alliance representatives going to talk to Major Kyle about?
They wanted to bring him back to an Alliance facility for treatment. Major Kyle served us faithfully for many years. We weren't going to abandon him. Given his state of mind, however, he probably saw them as a threat. We're almost certain he had his followers killed them.
Yeah, I did that pretty early on. It's with one of your former gangs. Skillian Blitz. No, I don't think the Batarian terrorist of Bring Down the Sky has anything to do with the Skillian Blitz. He just mentions it, I believe.
What else can you tell me about Major Kyle?
He's not the same man you served under. He feels responsible for the Alliance soldiers who died at Torfin. His psych evaluations showed he couldn't handle the stress of command anymore. He was given an honorable discharge in early retirement. We'd hoped he would get better in time, but we underestimated how far gone he was. Now it looks like it's too late.
Yeah, I shot him, I think.
How permanent of a solution are you looking for?
We don't want this to turn into a massacre, Commander. Kyle is dangerous. I trust you to use your judgment. Hack it out.
All right then. Oh, yes. In that case, yes. It's been a while since I was a war hero. So I can't recall exactly how that plays out.
Backup systems engaged.
Site host. This is the one, I think. Yeah. Could you shed some light on the matter, Ice? Hello, Wayne. What's up? Welcome aboard. Actually, let's bring Liara for this one. I can't die just yet, unless something really strange happens. What do you guys think? Could I get a critical mission failure in the squad selection? Also, before I get started, I think I'm gonna take a really quick break. Nothing terrible, but